Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Championship Weekend Predictions here in the All Sports Channel. I am your host, Mikey, and we're going to go over all the predictions for the Rams versus the Bengals this Sunday, February 13, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. at SoFi Stadium on NBC. Who do you got? The Rams or the Bengals? Let's start off by looking at what the sports books are looking at. Touchdowns, first interception thrown, rushing yards, final score, number of passing touchdowns, etc. Let's analyze what the sports books think, and let's see what we think. This data was gathered from thelines.com, where you can get all the data on sports betting from DraftKings, Caesar Sports, FanDuel, BetMGM, and more. Let's look at the passing yards. Passing yards, they're saying 274.5 under and over 274.5. I think we're going to have the over. Passing touchdowns, under 1.5 and over 1.5. I think it's going to be the over. Passing attempts, 35.5 for the under, over 35.5. I think it's going to be over 35.5. Passing completions, under 24.5, over 24.5. Personally, I think that this is going to be under. Longest pass completion, 38.5, under and over 38.5. Let's see, I would say take the under. Interceptions thrown, under 0.5, over 0.5. I think there's going to be interceptions. Why? Because obviously this is the S Bowl, the championship, the mother of all championships. The time, the nervousness, the amount of time spent at halftime. It's nothing normal, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams are going to throw one or two interceptions. That's my train of thought. Rushing yards, I think 10.5. I would take the over. No, I'm going to take the under on this one. Rushing yards, that's how I feel. The rushing attempts, over 2.5 or under 2.5. I'm going to say over 2.5. And the longest rush is going to be 8.5 or for under or over. I'm going to take the over. Now let's look at the passing and rushing yards. Over 288.5, I take the over. Score a touchdown? Yeah. Score 2+ touchdowns? I don't see anybody scoring 2+ touchdowns. Score 3? Absolutely not. Will they score a first quarter touchdown? I think not. I think there'll be a field goal for sure, or maybe 2. Score a first half touchdown? Yes, I see them scoring in the second half of the game, of the second quarter, I'm sorry. The reason being because in the second quarter, everybody's going to be more up to their game plan. The first quarter, you're just going to anticipate what the other person might or might not be doing. You don't want to show them your game plan. You don't want to show them what your passing routes are. You don't want to show them how you're going to rush. You're not going to show them who you're really going to pass to on a constant basis throughout the game. So I don't see that much scoring until the second quarter, third quarter, and obviously the last quarter. Now let's look at scoring the second half touchdown. Obviously, yes, there's going to be probably 2-3 touchdowns, most likely on either side. And score the final touchdown, the first touchdown, well, I think it's going to be Cooper Kupp. And who's going to score the last touchdown? It's going to be somebody on the Bengals, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be coming back. That's how I see it. Now let's look at the quarterback comparison for both teams. First, with the Bengals, Joe Burrow's first time going to the S Bowl, or championship game. In this 2021 season, he played 16 games with a record of 10-6. His completed pass percentage was 70.4%. His passing yards gained was 4,611. His touchdowns during the regular season were 34, and interceptions 14. Now, I think his inexperience is something that should be concerning to everybody. He seems a little cocky, which is great for football, but there is a lot of confidence in him as well, besides the whole cockiness situation, his team relies on him. His team trusts him to run the appropriate plays. They've beaten the Titans. They've beaten the Chiefs. That's very impressive, and all under Joe Burrow's leadership as well as the coach. Now let's look at Mr. Matthew Stafford. He's played 17 games for the Rams with a record of 12-5. Passing yards gained 4,866. You could attribute most of those passing yards to Cooper Kupp. 67.2 passes, 67.2% passes completed. Touchdowns 41, interceptions 17. Here's what we see about Matthew Stafford. He has experience over a long period of time. He wasn't as great with the Detroit Lions because they didn't provide him with the appropriate personnel, both to protect him as well as running backs, tight ends, wide receivers for over so many years that he's been there. Yet he comes to the Los Angeles Rams. He sees an improvement in his game. He sees a team that is well built to protect him, and as well as to make him look good when it comes to scoring, passing, and providing fake passes to the rush players. Well, Matthew Stafford, he seems to well experienced. He's well trained in those last minute tries, as we saw a couple weeks ago. He brought him down to the line so that they could do and kick a field goal. What an impressive guy. I have him being better than Joe Burrow in this game. Injuries are going to be a factor no matter what game it is. Now we're going to look at the injury reports for this week's matchup between the Bengals and the Rams. Let's start off with the Rams injury report. They have 9 guys on the questionable reserve or questionable injury list. First guy up is Joseph Noteboom for the Rams. He plays OT. Questionable reason, the chest. Next guy, Cam Akers, running back. Questionable issue, the shoulders. This one is a dinger for the team, but I think they have enough players to replace Cam Akers. Next guy, Grant Haley for the Rams. He's a CB. He's questionable due to a quad injury. Then we have Tyler Higbee. He's a TE, or tight end, and he's questionable due to a knee. This one actually hurts as well. The next guy is Van Jefferson. He plays wide receiver, and he's questionable due to a knee injury. The next Ram player down is Jalen Ramsey. He's a CB, questionable with a shoulder injury. This one hurts as well. The next guy is Christian Rosenboom. He's an LB, and his questionable illness is an elbow issue. Next one is Andrew Whitworth for position of T, and he's questionable due to a quad. This one hurts because he has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has the confidence, and the team chemistry for the Rams that they highly will be missing. Our final injured report for the Rams is Taylor Rapp, position S. Concussion is the reason for injury. He's most likely not going to be playing this game due to concussion protocols. But overall, in looking at the questionable reports, I think some of them might actually play this game because it's important and because sometimes they just want to say to the other teams, oh, they might not play, so you better not practice for him, or fighting against him, I guess. Now let's look at the Bengals injury report list. They have 7 players questionable with injuries. The first one up is Jackson Carman. Position OT. Injury report, questionable due to a back injury. Those back injuries tend to be something that is consistent throughout a week, so we see him not playing. Next up, Stanley Morgan Jr., position wide receiver. He's questionable due to a hamstring. We hope he plays. Next guy up is Cameron Sample. He's a DE, and he's questionable due to a groin. Most likely he will play. Next guy up is Josh Dubois, DT, questionable due to a knee injury. Next one up is CJ Uzoma, tight end, questionable with a knee. Hopefully he gets to play as well. Next up, Trey Hendrickson, position DE, questionable due to illness. We don't know where that comes from, but it might be serious. And the final Bengal is Wyatt Ray, position D, and he's got an ankle issue, or ankle, I call it ankle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I see some of these players for the Bengals playing in the championship. Not most of them, but some of them for sure. The kickers are so important to us because the kickers have been actually the game-winning kickers on both sides. They brought down their teams all the way back from almost losing. So let's look at the matchup for the Rams and the Bengals. First up, we got Matt Gay. He's played 17 games, made 32 out of 34 field goals. Extra points made, 48 out of 49 attempts. That's very impressive to me. He's probably going to be one of the reasons that they win the game. Maybe, if they win. On the Bengals side, we have Evan McPherson. He's 5'10", 195 pounds, and he has played 16 games out of 17. He's made 28 out of 33 field goals and has attempted 48 field goals, with which he made only 46. They're both comparable, ladies and gentlemen. They're actually very, very well. Here's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. The Rams are going to have 27 points. The Bengals are going to have 21 points, where the Rams are going to win. Here's the reason why. The Rams are going to be playing in a home field advantage. The home field, or SoFi Stadium, was predetermined location for this year's championship game. SoFi Stadium. Their crowd is going to be enormous. They're the 12th man on the field. They're going to be pumping, cheering, and emotionally being there for their team, which is what they're going to need. Coach McVay and his staff have been there before. They went to the championship game. They did lose against the Patriots, but he has the experience, he has the knowledge, and he's wherewithal to understand game planning for the championship game. Matthew Stafford has a history of being in the league. He knows how to play the game. He was in a bad team with Detroit, but now he's in a great position. Cooper Kupp is